Hey guys, what's up, what's up, what's up? I'm gonna go play some Ocarina of Time. Yeah. Alright now. Alright, what are we gonna do in Ocarina of Time? Well, we're gonna go to the races. Alright, now let's go to the racetrack. Let's go to the racetrack. And no, I don't mean Dampy's racetrack. We're gonna go over to a different racetrack first. Wait, no. Now that you mention it, we have to do like 2 races today. Yeah, I have to do 2 races, and there's not a NASCAR or drag race, and there's not a NASCAR vehicle in sight. Yes, because this is Hyrule, baby, and we wouldn't get Zonite technology until later. We wouldn't get the Zonite technology where we could build a car, you know, until Tears of the Kingdom. Cars. Freaking cars. Alright, off to the races to get our horse. Alright now, guys, prepare to bet on the horse. Whenever you bet on the horse, always bet on black. Yes, that's, you know, common sense, as we learned in Psychonauts 2. But mister, the point of, you know, Psychonauts 2 was to teach you that that's not a good idea. Alright now. Let's go get ourselves a horse. Let's go get ourselves a horse. A horse, of course. A horse, of course. Alright now. There are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon of the ranch, but don't be ridiculous. I did nothing of the sort. I just sort of took it from him by force. Yes, it was called a hostile takeover, yeah. The guy Talon was weak. I, the hardworking Ingo, poured so much energy into this place. Yes, it's called negative energy, but it's energy nonetheless. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Yeah, sure, I will definitely 100% not say anything bad about you. I mean, Link is definitely, you know, known for, you know, talking a whole bunch. Let us and the great Ganondorf recognize my obvious talents and gave the ranch to me. What? You're in cahoots with Ganondorf. You're in cahoots with a guy who's very obviously evil? You know, who surrounds himself with monsters? Because they're pawns that he can control? I will race a fine horse and win the recognition of the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my horses? Pay me 10 rupees and you can ride. Sure, I would love to ride. Do you want to hear how you can ride? No thanks. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, yeah. Alright, now we're gonna tame that wild horse Epona right under Dart's nose. Whoops, I think I pressed the wrong notes. Oops, I pressed the wrong notes. Yeah, I pressed the wrong note, so that's okay, I'm sorry. I swear I know what I'm doing, guys. I swear I played on Ocarina of Time before I remember what all the songs are. Alright now, there is a way to get 10 rupees back, yeah. Hey, Murder Carp, what's up? Alright now. You know, I really should have saved those for, you know, yesterday, since, you know, Annabin's, you know, doing an anniversary stream. Yeah, we got our 10 rupees back. Yeah, alright. I want to ride my horsey. I remember my cousins were super into, you know, horse riding. They really wanted to ride the horse, yeah. So I decided, hey, why not let them? In all honesty, I wish I had a better relationship with them, basically. Unfortunately, I was kind of a little edgy because of years of bullying. Yeah, that's actually a real thing, by the way. You know, back in fairy school, you know, back in fairy school, people, you know, the other fairies were quite nice to me now. Like they would actually beat me up, yeah. They would yeah, you know, physically get in my face, you know, yell a bunch of you know, say a bunch of insults, you know, directly inside of the teacher, and, you know, the only time the teacher actually did anything was, you know, whenever I, you know, stood up for myself. Yeah. You know, typical teachers. Typical teachers, I know. My favorite thing about the zero tolerance bullying policy is it's only meant to protect schools from liability. And not actually protect the students. I mean, if you're both gonna get in trouble for a fight, you might as well, you know, actually fight. I'm glad that Lunar Gray and Titania were much nicer to me, honestly. After all, Luna is basically a celestial. Is a good celestial, so you know, she was like super cool. And Gray was like a seasoned wizard who knew all sorts of cool stuff. He also is the one that taught me a bunch of things about, you know, telemancy. As well as true arts. Luna, surprisingly, was more of the practical examiner, really. Yeah, Luna kind of taught me to survive and take care of myself, basically. And she also taught me important things that I didn't learn in school, like how to do taxes, and how to actually change a tire. What you know might seem are very useful skills. That's promised. I'll give this horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave the ranch. Ingo, decide, hey, I'm not gonna keep my promise. I'm gonna try to stonewall you. Wouldn't it be funny if, I was able to, jump over that fence where Ingo is? Like that. Yeah, just jump over your fence with you right there. You're lucky you didn't get hit in the face with a horseshoe. If I got hit in the face with a horseshoe, that might be a problem for me. You know what? Seeing as fairies have a weakness to horseshoes. Yeah, but only the iron ones. But surprisingly enough, only the iron ones. It's a bit like how vampires are weak. It's a bit like how vampires are weak to crosses. Yeah. By the way, what would vampires be weak to? Before Jesus died or whatever. Vampires, when suddenly they take damage from lowercase t's. They're in shambles. All right. So what? Oh, whoops! I don't have the hook shot, do I? That's fine. That's fine. I don't need it. I don't need no stinking hook shot. Come and get me. Come and get me, blue Tektite. Come get me a blue Tektite. Yeah, I did or what? Yeah, I did the crouch stab. Yeah. Alright, I already got the golden scale because I already went fishing. So I don't need to worry about that, and I got the golden scale basically so I can basically get a couple heart pieces. Which is pretty much the only use for the heart, pretty much the only use for the golden scale, really. I have heard there is like a glitch you can do where you can get the golden scale early, like as a kid, but I don't really know how to do that because I'm not, a professional speedrunner. No, I'm sure if I looked it up and maybe tried it a few times, I might be able to do it, maybe. Also, I should tell you, around Hyrule Field, there's like spooky ghosts running around. Yeah, they're like Poes. They have a lantern. I'm not really sure why Poes have a lantern. In fact, a lot of ghosts have lanterns, especially in Japan. Maybe that's like a thing. I don't know. I do remember it was kind of like about bike runs, and it was kind of like there was one enemies, and you know, in, what was it called? Oh, right, in Castlevania, yeah. You know the ones, the dudes that are basically in green robes and have those torches that, you know, spew out fire? Yeah, those guys. Alright, now I know there's a heart piece up here, and also I have to go into the lab. Also, watch out for crows. Otherwise, you will be eating crow. Yeah, thankfully these guys don't, you know, poo on me like in Skyward Sword. They just sort of stab me with their beak. Yeah, their beak must be super sharp to be able to, you know, do enough to do a lot of damage, you know, just by pecking you. Yeah, it's, their beaks are basically made out of the same substance as, you know, cuckoo beaks. If that makes any sense. Alright, now, and I know where there's another heart piece inside here. We can get it with, you know, the golden scale, since we can dive to 9. And I won't be grabbing any of the rupees. I just wanted to do that real quick. Yeah, yeah, you actually need a golden scale for this one. The other one you can get with the other one that's in Hyrule Field, you can't get the iron boots, but, you know, you can get it a little bit earlier with, you know, the golden scale. Although you pretty much can do, you know, although you can pretty much do, you know, the Ice Cavern pretty much immediately if you really want to. In fact, I kind of will do that after I get through the Kakariko races. I mean, after I get through racing Dompe. You know, once I start, you know, once I get to the point where I need to go on the Biggoron sword press, you know, deliver the prescription. Hey, aren't you the fairy buddy I met from a long time ago? Wow. Alright. Whoops, I'm not out of range. Alright, now I need to talk to the Scarecrow. Yes, and I got the Scarecrow song. Yeah, in this version of the game, it doesn't show up in, you know, the song quest menu. Luckily, that's why I usually pick a very simple song that's easy to remember. So that I really don't have to invest too much brain power in actually remembering it. Yes, because as you know, I only have one brain cell. I mean, I do have the Eye of Thoth. I do have the Eye of Thoth as one of my abilities, which, you know, basically lets me analyze things and, you know, see their information. You know, it's very good when seeing edible plants and, you know, poisonous plants, and also knowing if an item's fake or real. And also, you know, seeing where enemy weak points and gaps in their defenses are. In fact, I've been practicing with it for quite some time, and, you know, I kind of maxed out its level. Since it was kind of essential. Since it was super essential that I did that, yeah. Alright, now where we're going to go, we're going to Kakariko. We don't have any warp songs yet. I mean, I will get some in a little bit. Hi, Nate. Hey, Nate, what's up? Nice to have you with us. Hi, honey. Yeah, I apologize for being in PNG mode, as I've already explained why I'm doing that, and I apologize. But on the plus side, I am using one of the PNGs you know, Maui made for me. Yeah, it was nice of them to do that, by the way. Hi, Nate, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Alright, now we have to go see Dampy about, you know, some, Oh, wait, I should grab the cuckoo egg. Yeah. It's fine, you're still... Oh. But I'm not cute. You're the one who's cute. All of you watching this right now are cute. By the way, anybody anybody else that joins, or, you know, watch us later, or, you know, back up, or on YouTube or whatever, or, you know, if you want to watch the stream on Twitch later, which will be going pretty soon. It makes me very happy when it grows, especially when it wakes up a very heavy sleeper. You know what I mean? Especially a lazy person, yeah. You look like you're good at handling cuckoos. I mean, Link is very good at handling cuckoos, except, you know, when, you know, Link starts attacking them, and, you know, they decide, you know, hey, I'm not too happy about that. Yeah, note to self, whenever you're playing Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, don't try to get chicken nuggies from, you know, the cuckoos. That's a bad idea, apparently. Of course, I probably should have known that from, you know, basically all the previous Zelda games. Alright, first and foremost, I know where there's another heart piece. We basically just have to get up here. I mean, it's not really necessary to get... It's not really necessary to have that bean sprout there, because you can get it with, like, the hookshot or long shot. But it's just much easier to, you know, use bean. Because you'll probably have... Because you can have that before you get either of those. Yeah, since you can hookshot up to the rack. Alright, now we have to raise Stampy. We don't really... watch out for flames. Yeah, watch out for all the flames he spews. Whoops. Hey, whoa, get up, get up, get up! Come on, get up, Link. Come on, Link, get up. Oh, watch out for Fireball. Why Dampy is, you know, deciding to spew out fireballs? It's probably because he's become a spooky ghost. It's probably related to him becoming a spooky ghost, yeah. Yeah, probably. And over here is where you can hook shots if you really... Or you can use the long shots. I'm gonna probably do that later. I might make, you know, replaying this race, you know, into a separate video. Hey, young man, you were very quick to be able to keep up with me. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shots. It's a spring-loaded chain that will pull you towards any spot, but its hook sticks. Doesn't it sound cool? I'm sure will help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing, be careful on your way back. Yeah, you know, Dampy is a little bit more chaotic neutral as a ghost. I was told, you know, from Spirit Hunter and also MG, but from the Spirit Hunter series as well as MG, that, you know, spirits aren't exactly, you know, known for their logic sometimes, and they might be and they're kind of sometimes pretty aggressive. Although, given MG and Deathmark's world, you know, being a little aggressive is, you know, kind of an understatement. I mean, they'll straight up try to kill you. Which reminds me, I need to play Labyrinth of Yomi. Yeah, Labyrinth of Yomi, it's a game that's basically like, it's basically like Etrian Odyssey, only it's, by the Deathmark devs, and, it kind of shows because they aren't afraid to, you know, touch on some dark subjects in the game. Alright now. What? You have an ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time, 7 years ago. Back then, a mean kid came in here and I played a strange song. It messed up this venue. Wait, what? What, but how, wait, how did this happen again? It kind of implies that Link is the one that did that. Where you haven't learned the song yet. I feel like that's a discrepancy in time and space. In fact, that tends to happen whenever you mess around with time travel. Trust me, I know about that due to the effects of the time-space war. Yeah, the time-space war did, you know, kind of mess everything up, unfortunately. You know, when it happened, because it was kind of caused by, you know, it was kind of caused by, you know, Luminous Knights and their henchmen basically convincing a politician that it was a good idea to kind of steal a time machine to, you know, fix history's mistakes, and it kind of caused, you know, timelines to converge, and it kind of, you know, it kind of brought things from all over time and space that weren't necessarily intended to you know, be here. So it kind of messed things up a little bit. Alright, now I need to make it nighttime. Alright, the first thing's The first things first, you know, when making it nighttime, I know where there's a gold sculptula in town. You know where there's a gold sculptula? Did you know it's possible to get, like, 44 gold sculptulas before you become an adult? Ugh. At least that's total I was told. Yeah, there is the one in Dodongo's Cavern that you can get if, you know, you go through most of the dungeon in reverse and, you know, go back to the room, you know, with that one thing where, you know, with that one set of stairs that, you know, goes down if you bomb it. Yeah, so basically to do that, you just have to go through most of the dungeon in reverse. Which isn't really hard to do, babe. Which really isn't hard to do, honestly. It isn't really hard to do, but it, you know... But, you know, it's kind of inconvenient compared to just using the long shot. Although you can do it much earlier than using the long shot. Which, you know, is a big plus in its favor. And, of course, we have the chicken now. Alright, there is one thing we need to do for the chick before we can get Kojiro. By the way, I won't be playing the shooting gallery because I don't really have a bow yet. Another way to get the bow is to go into the Forest Temple, which I'm not going to do for a while, because I like to run around and do a whole bunch of side quests first. And, you know, I will advance the story a little bit in some directions. Yep, I saved Malin, so you can go back to the ranch if you really want to. Hopefully, Ingo, you know, kind of came to his senses and decides, you know, hey, I don't want to work with you. I don't want to work with, you know, what, Ganondorf? Eat chicken. I don't know. I don't think, you know, cuckoos really want to be eaten. Oh, your cuckoo looks pretty happy. He must have awakened an extremely lazy guy. You're a good cuckoo keeper. I'll give you this rare and valuable cuckoo if you're interested. Its name is Kojiro, and it used to be my brother's cuckoo, and its blue body is quite charming. It's so cute. Since my brother has gone, it's strange, but Kojiro has stopped crowing. Do you want to keep Kojiro? Yes. And we got Kojiro, which we haven't ever seen in any other video game ever. It kind of reminds me of, you know, the Black Cuckoo. Now, the Black Cuckoo, obviously having special abilities, it can fly. In fact, there's all sorts of things that, you know, chocobos can do. You know, in some games, chocobos can actually use magic? Yeah, in fact, some of them can even cast Meteor. Hey, wasn't there, like, that one character who was, like, you know, a lady that was dressed up as a chocobo? Wait, what game was that again? Was that, like, Final Fantasy XII or something? I actually don't remember. No, we're not gonna eat we're not gonna eat Kojiro. We need to get it back to its owner. We need to get it back to its owner. You're not gonna, you know, cook a cuckoo. Besides, if you attack cuckoos with, you know, things like knives or swords or axes or, you know, to try and cut off their head, you know, they get really mad and they send out a swarm of, you know, cuckoos and, you know, they peck you to death. Which, you know, kind of raises the question is, why are people, you know, raising cuckoos if you can't really use them for food? Also, be careful, you know, there will be immediately a big Dekababa right over there. Yes, we are in the Kokiri Forest. I should make it nighttime. By the way, I'm gonna make it nighttime because I know there's gold sculptulas we can find. Right, but I may have to deal with some enemies. I may have to deal with a couple enemies. Yeah, as you can see, Kokiri Forest is kind of infested with monsters, right? As you can see, the Kokiri village is kind of infested with monsters. I'm sure that Ganondorf had something to do with it. As you know, Ganon. Yeah, after all, he is the incarnation of Device's hatred for the body. Oh my. Ow. Breedable. Oh, what does breedable mean? I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. As a superhero, it's my duty to, you know, not get into any relationships because, it's my duty to not get into relationships. It's, you know, it's kind of dangerous, yes. Since, you know, villains will definitely, you know, use my relationships, you know, kind of against me. That's just the type of people they are. Especially when you're dealing with people, you know, like Lumina Knight, who, you know, really like to use fear as a weapon. You know, in a similar vein to, you know, Scarecrow or somebody like that. In fact, if I had to describe Lumina Knight's powers, it's sort of like a mix between Freddy Krueger and, you know, and also Pennywise. That's basically what her powers do, and also many of her special moves are based on phobias. Since she uses the true arts of fear. Which, you know, is the opposite of, which, you know, in the lore is basically the opposite of dreams, as well as courage. Alright, now. Alright, oh no, we need to ride off. And we need to ride. Also, it's a good thing I got that Deku Nut and Deku Stick upgrade. Yeah, the odd shroom. Yes, insert, you know, magic mushroom joke.jpg. I mean, it's a literal magic mushroom. Unfortunately, it's not red and white. But again, not all magic mushrooms are red and white. Some of them are a bit like psilocybe, yeah. The reason I know about psilocybe is because there's this one villain I, you know, fight who, you know, is basically a drug kingpin, yeah. In fact, he kind of drugged me before, yeah. His name is Jackanapes. He kind of, you know, he kind of used to be a drug lord before he got into an explosion during a shootout with the police in a meth lab, and he kind of died, and his soul, you know, got infused with a snuff box. And he kind of became a drug dealing imp. Yeah, the reason for the snuff box thing is actually, you know, are you familiar with Hans Christian Andersen? Yeah, Hans Christian Andersen, he's kind of the guy that, you know, made The Little Mermaid, and also The Ugly Duckling, and also the Emperor's New Clothes. Playing some Link Between Worlds? Ooh, nice. A nice Link Between Worlds is pretty nice. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't really register right away. That Pommy had to go into the forest. I see. Hey, give that to me now. Okay, sure, I will give that to you. Yeah, basically the reason why I set up the bean... And good thing I had that bean sprout set up so I could save a little bit of time. And if you see that, we'll give it to him. It's the strongest medicine I have. Never produced. Yeah, by the way, why would somebody go into the forest, you know, alone that's, you know, potentially cursed, you know, with a sharp object? Given that, you know, that dude, you know, kind of despised, you know, his family and everything, kind of thought the world was disgusting. I don't think he quite had good reasons to do that. Of course, that's mostly just a theory, but, you know, that's kind of dreadful to think about, really. You know, poor guy. Oh, I am told that, you know, he kind of, reincarnated into Majora's Mask, and, you know, read all magical girls? Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm afraid that, you know, the lore of Endemati is, you know, not that type of thing. You know, magical girls' vulnerability, you know, in the Lords of Tentacles is, you know, notwithstanding. I found it funny how Link can cut cracks for a living. I mean, that is certainly true. Though that's a little less true in, you know, modern Zelda games, unfortunately. Alright, now let's go back and give the medicine. Hopefully nothing bad happened to him and, you know, he didn't succumb to the forest curse or whatever. You know, that turns him into a Stalfos. I'm sure, you know, totally got reincarnated into Majora's Mask as, you know, that dude who, you know, if you make the chickens, you know, get big, you know, using the Bremen mask, you can, you can get the bunny hood, yeah. Yeah, yeah, Link could basically make a fortune, you know, cutting grass. Unfortunately, cutting grass doesn't exactly, you know, give a whole bunch of money, basically. Although, you can also, you know, get a whole bunch of other stuff, too. But, and since we're in the Lost Woods... Hey, aren't you the Kokiri that, you know, taught me about Z targeting? That guy isn't here anymore. Anybody who comes into this forest will be lost. Everybody will become a Stalfos. Everybody's Stalfos. So he's not here anymore. Only a saw is left. That medicine is made from forest mushrooms. Give it back. Okay. Yeah, he was in the forest alone, you know, with a sharp object. Are you going to be too? Yeah, this is... Yeah, let's not... You know, you mentioned fairies are not very nice. Did I mention that fairies aren't exactly nice, by the way? Given that Kokiri are related to fairies, that's... Yeah, they're really not nice, no. Right now... Like bombs, explosives, and grass, because why not? Yeah, that is true, yes. There are plenty of explosives and grass. That melody, Sarah plays that song all the time. You do know Sarah? You know Saria, that song. Saria taught that song only to her friends. Okay, I trust you. When I see you, I don't know why, but I remember him. Yeah, that's because I am him, but you know, you don't know that because, you know, I'm actually a Hylian. I am actually a Hylian. Yeah, I'm sure the hole is somewhere around here. There it is. Alright, we will not be messing around with that because I don't even have a mask. What? It reset me here? Okay. I honestly wasn't I wasn't expecting that. I had thought it would reset me from the entrance of the hole, basically. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, the reason I decided to make it night is, you know, to go over here, because I know if I use this bean sprout, I can get to a gold Skulltula. And the gold Skulltula only shows up at night because they have very sensitive skin that, you know, kind of doesn't like the sunlight. Yeah, sort of like a lot of cave creatures. I, however, have no problem with sunlight. Although some people, you know, think I'm weak to sunlight, but it's not really true. I will probably get heat stroke. Saria doesn't age, but Link does, so it's kind of awkward for Saria to see Link all grown up. Just a little bit, I think. Alright, I know a way we can basically skip all the moblins. Since I know the Scarecrow song right now. I do not have to deal with the majority of the moblins, thankfully. Now that makes dealing with the maze a lot easier. You probably didn't even know you could do that. I'm happy, please don't worry, I know what I'm doing, so don't worry. And Moblet. Right now. We still unfortunately have to deal with this Moblin, though. Well, he's easy enough to dodge around, and he doesn't turn around. Yeah, I hate the Moblins. Yeah, they're not really that bad. I don't really find them that bad. Using the Scarecrow song to kind of skip most of them, you know, kind of helps, though. And over here, we're going to get our first Warp Song. I'm not actually going to go into the Forest Temple, though. I'm not actually going to go into the Forest Temple since I kind of need, you know, Biggoron Sword for ISG. You know, the reason why I need the Biggoron Sword for ISG is because because it doesn't, you know, do a swing whenever you take it out. You know, it's sort of like a Deku Stick. The flow of time is always cruel. It seems different for each person, but no one can change it. A thing that doesn't change with time is a memory of younger days. In order to come back here again, play the Minuet of Forest. Play the Minuet of Forest. Yeah, we might as well just pick up a couple warp songs, why not? Whoops. I think I pressed the wrong note. Sorry about that. Usually I'm on the ball about that. You would think a member of Dreams that, is made up of entertainers, would know how to play music. Like, is made up of a lot of entertainers, would know how to play music. Unfortunately, music is not one of my fortes, There's other members that are much more skilled at that. Anybody, I'll see you again. And, basically like Indigo, basically like Indigo, Beatman. Basically like Indigo. Yeah, Indigo Bunting is basically, is basically a siren that wants to become a muse. Yeah, her people did have kind of an evil legacy a long time ago, but, they were trying to abandon it. And she was basically trying to help, the music world, and the media dimension to deal with, kind of a crisis that was affecting them. Because there was basically another siren who basically wanted to be kind of the center of attention to the point that it was detrimental to a lot of people, I should probably say. Alright, what do I want to do next? I know what to do. I'll go to the Goron. I'll go to the Goron City. I'll just stop by the Goron City real quick. Right now, good thing I have a few bombs on me. I will drop a shield so I can guard against the explosion in case it's in range. Yeah. I'm kind of reminded of, one of the tricks, Majora's Mask, if you have the blast mask, which, normally would damage you whenever you blow it up, and you use the shield while if you have the shield up and then use it, you can basically use the explosion without taking any damage. Alright, now, dealing with the Goron child can be a little difficult. Yes, and I know about the Giant's Knight. And yes, whoops. Oh, I kind of ran into him. And yes, I know about the Giant's Knife, and I'm not going to be falling for that. Yeah, I will not be getting a Giant's Knife. Whoops. I guess I missed him. Yes, I know what the Giant's Knife basically is, and I'm not going to be falling for that. Big fan of Majora's Mask. I don't blame you. Majora's Mask is really good. I don't blame you. Majora's Mask is very good. I prefer it over Ocarina of Time. Hear my name and tremble. Yeah, I really like it. I really like both of them. No, I haven't played Majora's Mask in a really long time. What? Your name is also Indamati? You must be the legendary Dodongo Buster and hero, Indamati. My dad is Daruna. Do you remember him? Yes, I quite remember him. Dad named me Indamati after you because you're so brave. It's a cool name. I really like it. Indamati, you're the hero of the Gust Gorons. I'm so glad to meet you. Please give me your autograph. Sign it to my friend, Indamati of the Gorons. Oh, wait, excuse me, I'm sorry. I guess it's not a good time to ask you this. Please help everyone. My dad, Darunia, went to the fire temple. A dragon is inside. If we don't hurry up, even my dad will be eaten by the dragon. You better try to calm him down. If you can. You better... Maybe he will calm down if you talk to him. What do you want to ask about? Right. Alright, yeah, we kind of have to grow for... Yeah, okay, we'll comfort a crying child and, make sure it's okay, yeah. Alright now, Indamati is a true hero. Oh, A long time ago, there was an evil dragon named Volvanga living in the mountain. The dragon was very scary. He ate Gorons. Using the huge hammer, the hero of the Gorons, boom, yeah. Destroyed it just like that. This is a myth from long ago, but it's true. I know because my dad is a descendant of that hero. Oh. You better try to calm down. Alright now. What do you want to ask him about the Gorons? Everybody was taken to the fire temple. While my dad was out, Ganondorf's followers came and took them all away. All of them will be eaten by Volvanga. That said, the Ganondorf had revived Volvanga. As a warning to those that might oppose him, Ganondorf is going to feed them all to Volvanga. Yeah, we can't let that happen. Dad went to the fire temple all by himself to try and save everyone. Please help Indamati. I'll give you this heat-resistant tunic. Yes, and we get ourselves the Goron tunic. I like the yeah. I'm not a big fan of the color red though. I'm not quite a big fan of, the color red though. Yeah, just some associated with probably because I associate it so closely with Red Moon. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that red is a bad color now. Far from it, actually. Yeah, the good thing about the Goron tunic is it's heavily resistant to fire, and also for some weird reason spikes. It's also resistant to spikes, which I'm pretty sure it kind of got exposed that spikes are basically retextured lava. Yeah, the Goron tunic does make you take less damage over time from lava as well. A true friendship, a feeling in the heart that becomes even stronger over time. Passionate friendship will soon blossom into a righteous power, and through it you will know which way to go. Alright. This song is dedicated to the power of heart. Listen to Bolero Fire. Yeah, the reason we're coming here is because after we beat the Forest Temple, I want to be able to come back here so that I can get, the heart piece that's up top, because I need to plant a magic bean as Child Link. And there's also the gold sculpture that's also in the bean sprout pouch. I mean the bean sprout, where you plant it. And the last magic bean is is near the Spirit Temple, which we aren't going to have for quite some time. And Amani, you will see you again. Yeah. Alright, now. By the way, guys, do you know what my least favorite, of, the 5 temples that you go to is? My least favorite is actually the Fire Temple. The reason for it is very simple. It's due to that one room where you have to get the Megaton Hammer. It's due to that one room where you have to get the Megaton Hammer, if that makes any sense. Due to the fact that it's kind of, a thin walkway that you kind of have to race up, and it's also, very close to a hole that if you fall down, you will go a long way back towards the bottom of the dungeon and have to basically redo everything. I mean, it can kind of be mitigated, with Pharaoh's Wind, if I'm kind of worried about that. Not that I really ever needed it. But, it's kind of a good idea, really. In case that does happen. It costs a little bit of magic, but, I don't really mind that. Besides, magic's there to be used and can be refilled. I find magic jars. It's a hot take, that's a hot take, just like the area around the temple. Yeah, I can't quite blame you for that. I can't quite blame you for, thinking that. Basically, most of the dungeon, aside from that, is actually really fine, though. Aside from that, most of the dungeon is actually pretty fine. Yeah, it's just that one room, basically. I actually never really had too much issue with the Water Temple itself. Although, a lot of people really did. I can kind of see why, Because there are a couple of places where if you don't have the key that you get from a different area, you can kind of, get yourself into a position where you kind of have to, backtrack all the way throughout the dungeon again and try to look for it if you don't know where the keys are. But if you do know where the keys are, it's really not that bad. Provided you actually know where they are. Yeah. And when I get into the water temple, when I get there first, not like a swimsuit and money. Actually, I do have an idea for a swimsuit. It's basically going to be based on Lunamoth. Now, you're probably wondering why it's based on Lunamoth. You see, in the lore of Indamati, one of Indamati's mentors is, a celestial that basically helped to awaken her power and, help her to discover a medium. It was basically a celestial. And their appearance, is often, a Lunamoth that, appears in daydreams and, as well as regular dreams. Yeah. And the reason they kind of do that is because their power output is kind of too great, and they can kind of, mess up reality if they, try to interact with it physically. That's kind of why, Luna also doesn't, try to solve every problem themselves, because, it's too dangerous for her to do that, and she kind of, cares about that. Seeing as, Luna is kind of an eldritch presence, if that makes any sense. Seeing as, Luna is a celestial, and they kind of do have that. Yeah, celestials in the lore are basically related to the goddess of creation, who's kind of their boss. Yeah. And I got shocking news. Oh, Static Fox, what's up? No, what sort of shocking news? Alright, now... So, why I'm going to Gerudo Valley... Actually, it's very, very simple. Why I'm going to Gerudo Valley is very simple. Wait, I don't have to actually reset the room when I, play the Sun Song in this area, do I? It's okay to share linkies in the chat. Alright, I think I might have that turned off. Alright, first and foremost, let's get this guy, the poacher saw. I saw it, that saw's mine, but I thought I left that saw with my old lady, oh well. Right, it was with your son, and he was trying to use it to, commit Minecraft, apparently. According to some Zelda theories. Now we get the broken Goron sword, which we have to take the Biggoron. Will require me going up Goron's... No. Me going up the Goron's mountain, but that's okay. It's almost gonna be night... I'll just make nighttime come a little bit faster. Just no prawn, right? Yeah, please don't poke it. Please don't poke... Yeah, I kind of have it set up to not allow links because, there were some hate raids going around a couple of years ago, and I was kind of a victim of that, and I kind of went ahead and got Siripot to deal with it. It kind of stopped it for the most part. And there are occasionally, bots that are trying, to sell spams. That are trying to, sell scam services. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I know it's not your fault, don't worry. It's, the fault of people that do that. And, unfortunately, people like that are why we can't really have nice things. But I will tell you what, if you send it in, if you send it over a Twitter DM or, a DM on Twitch, you can do that, and you can do that if you really want to. That's why I DM you on Twitch, okay. I'll look at it after stream, okay? If that's okay. Okay, how many gold sculptures do I have? I have 49 of them. Well, since I'm... Well, after I get... Alright, now. And after I get the Biggoron's... After I get the Biggoron sword made... I mean, after I deliver the broken Biggoron sword, I'm gonna get a prescription to get eye drops, which means I'm gonna have to do the... ice cavern. Alright, yeah, there are big foes, but I don't have a bow to deal with them, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. And also, I'm not actually very good at dealing with big foes, honestly. Yeah, sometimes it goes smoothly, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, but if you do get all 10 of them, you do get... There's like 10 already hidden around the field, and they kind of show up in very specific spots. And if you get all 10 of them, of course you know what happens. You get a battle. You kind of have to do them like 3 at a time, though. And since the most you'll probably have is like 3 battles, which if you do know where all the battles are, you'll probably already have those at this point. Yeah, I believe one of them is at least mandatory to the story. Since you have to get it from big... You know, one of them is... I am hesitant with Twitch Whispers and after a certain Twitch streamer drama. Oh, yeah, people like that definitely, you know, cause some issues. I kind of want to stay out of it, but, you know, I feel like evil is waiting in the wings sometimes, unfortunately. I find it strange that you move backwards and forwards. That's probably due to the bounce effect. It kind of does that, yeah. And we just have to dodge some falling rocks that are trying to get us. Luckily, they're much easier to dodge than when you're a child. So Red Tic-Tac, you know, decide, hey, I want to come down the cliff and get you. Luckily, we were already climbing the wall. And I kind of have to... Uh-oh. That's not good. I kind of have to deal with it, don't I? That's okay. Yeah, it doesn't work on this wall, but I know it works on the wall in the Spirit Temple that you have to climb. You know, when we get to the Spirit Temple. In fact, that's kind of how I, you know, skipped that puzzle in particular. Because it's kind of, you know... Because unless you really want to suffer, you really don't want to do that. I need Booba Physics. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't really use my model since, you know, the person who made it kind of got exposed for kind of being an art... For kind of, you know, reselling art that's not theirs. And they were kind of, you know, scamming people. So I can't exactly use it. I do have a plan. I do already have, you know, a new model, you know, basically made. I do need to pay for the rigging, though. You have to basically get it rigged, though. So there will be that in the future to look forward to. Yeah, the new model does look super good. Trust me on that. Uh-oh. Yikes, yeah. Yeah, that's, you know... Yeah, I'm kind of worried because I kind of, you know... Yeah. Yeah, Biggoron's, you know, crying can be heard from over here, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, isn't it? No, damn, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I can't do that right now. I'm kind of a little worried about my... Kind of a little worried because, you know... Because of, you know, how I paid them and, you know... In fact, I gave them quite a bit of money. Unfortunately. For, you know, art that, you know, turned out to be... Basically them reselling art that wasn't made by them. Yeah, so that's not really good. I don't think I'll be getting the money back. That's okay, though. That's okay, though. I'll be fine. Alright, now let's go to Zora's River, yeah. Alright, now let's go to Zora's River, yeah. I kinda do need to set up Pona. Right, I do need to kind of set up Pona where I need her. You know, for later. But because the frog you get from King Zora will kind of does have a spoil, kind of does spoil as well as kind of does spoil. Yeah, how a frog spoils is really anybody's guess, really. I mean, I know it's a living thing, but having it spoil so quickly, I mean, I guess it has like a really short life or something. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Ow. Hold on for just a minute. Alright, I kinda need it to be nightfall because, there's some gold sculptulas out. And good thing I planted this magic bean earlier. So I can get over here. Because I know there's a gold sculpture right over here. And basically I have 50 gold sculptulas, so I don't really need to get any more. Since the final reward is kind of something that you're probably gonna have at the end of the game and really not have too much use for it. Since it's just, getting unlimited money. Which, would be fantastic if, which would be fantastic in real life, but, not so much in this game, since it's not like Link has to pay his adventure taxes or, pay for a whole bunch of expenses, really. The kind of thing video game characters don't really have to worry about. You mean I just have to fight all these cursed, magic spiders, and I can have a rich dude just throw money at me? I'm just kidding about that. Yeah, I mostly just want it for my mom, basically. Anyway, that's enough of that. Really. Yeah, how about we go free King Zora from Red Ice? As you can see, Zora's domain is kind of, a little frosted over. After we clear the water temple, this place does not become unfrozen. Which means the Zoras are eternally trapped under the ice. And of course, King Zora, frozen in red ice that we need blue fire to melt. Not really sure why King Zora, got frozen in red ice, but, I guess Ganondorf was like, F you in particular, I guess. Wherever, red ice actually comes from. Maybe there's a Zelda lore video, that explains, red ice a lot better than I can. Yeah, it's like some sort of magic ice, whatever inflicted that, probably isn't good. And of course, Zora's Fountain. Alright now. I mean, I would like... Alright, right now, we do have to kind of worry about a little bit of the ice flows. Alright, let's be careful. I do know there's an Octorok that's, spitting rocks at me. Right now. Right now, there's just like spinning ice flows and, Octoroks, spitting rocks at me. Alright, just wait for it to... Alright, now there we go. Link Between Worlds is too easy like Wind Waker. Yeah. I'm kind of, you know, buying the theory that, you know, Link Between Worlds was originally intended to be a Link to the Past remake. And they kind of decided not to do that for whatever reason at the last minute. Alright, let's wait for these guys to do their ice... Whoop, hey. Spin on me. Come on, camera, stay where I want you to stay. Alright, I'm waiting for them to do the ice breath. Alright, let's get back. And let's watch out for their ice breath attack. You know, and last, you know, Freezer that... The last Freezer that... Is this like the first appearance of Freezers? Is this like another dungeon in the books? Yeah, luckily this place is not really that hard. Not compared to basically everything else. Compared to all the other dungeons, this one's pretty short. You know, not really that difficult. It's not like... Alright, now. Definitely much easier than the water temple, basically. Oh, whoa, 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 what happened? Yeah, that wasn't... I didn't expect that to happen. Yeah, this version, you know, has a little bit... I'm told that, you know, this particular version of Ocarina of Time, you know, has a little bit of quirks. That were kind of rectified in some of the later versions. Yeah, I'm playing on the OG gold cart, you know, that has, you know, Ganondorf bleeding red blood, and also the Fire Temple chanting. Yeah, I thought I picked that up just to kind of show it off. Basically, I can't, yeah. You know what, yeah. One more stage go before we beat up the cannon. No, unfortunately not. We still have to do, like... Unfortunately, no, we still have to basically do, well, basically 5 stages. I'm kind of just knocking these out before I do the Forest Temple, because that's what I like to do whenever I play this game. If that makes any sense. And we do have to watch out for ice keys. I'm not really sure if the skull mask even works on these guys. Oh no, whoops! Come on, get out of that ice! Let's get him as revenge. Whoops. That's okay. That's okay, it dropped the recovery. It's okay, it dropped the recovery heart. It dropped the recovery heart, so it's all good. And I remember Freezer to take like 3 hits with the Master Sword. Yeah, the ice keys, you know, kind of have a little bit of a bad habit of freezing, you know? At least they're nowhere near as dangerous as they are, you know, Breath of the Wild and anything like that. Where'd the other one go? Oh, it's right over there, huh? I don't have enough. I don't have quite enough reach. Yes, I know about the blue fire. Don't worry about that, Navi. Navi, please don't worry. I know about the blue fire. You don't have to tell me. Yeah, I pretty much know what blue fire does. Don't worry about that. It's like when professional Yu-Gi-Oh players, it's like when professional Yu-Gi-Oh players in the anime, have to explain what all their card effects do. To each other, even though they've apparently been playing the game for years and, know what all the cards do. Now wait, watch out for the ice breath. Uh-oh. Frozen! I got frozen today! Click piece! Yeah, hit that thing in revenge. Whoops. I'm usually on the ball with that, but I kinda locked onto the wrong thing for some reason. You know, the game kind of screwed up. It, like, you know, locked onto the torch instead of, you know, on the keys. That wasn't my fault, dude. I'm just kidding about that. I'm just kidding about that. I'm clearly a little rusty. No, I'm not cute, and hi, honey. Not cute. Funfab Blue Wire can destroy bombable walls in the Dodongo dungeon? Oh, that is true, yeah. Yeah, I recall that, yeah. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? But does that mean it works on all bombable walls? Yeah, that's another really weird quirk about the game, isn't it? Alright, so I'm gonna drink, you know, my pilk. Yeah, we're gonna chug our pilk. Yeah, we're gonna chug our pilk, yeah. It means we're down some healing items, but I basically need blue fire to basically make progress in this. Plus, I needed to basically melt the ice. Plus, I basically needed to melt the red ice. Since I needed blue fire to melt the red ice, I kind of can't really complain too much. Right now, alright, adversary purified. Watch out for the falling icicles. Yeah, they'll try to stab your eye out. Yeah. It's almost like they've been shot by a BB gun, and if you shoot them, they'll stab your eye out. You'll stab your eye out. You'll stab your eye out. In fact, Kaliana told me to be careful of, you know, told me to be careful, you know, using BB guns because of that reason. The Ice Cavern is mini dungeon, a water dungeon is the real deal. Yeah, that I agree with that. Right now, this is not the way I want to go. And somehow the ice... Alright, that's not the way I want to go. But I might as well open it for later. I'm kind of curious that, you know, blue fire can you just, you know, destroy bombable walls. Yeah, I remember hearing about that glitch. Yeah, you know that the Goron tunic, you know, protects against lessens damage from spikes? Yeah, if you stand on spikes, it's a little bit slower to damage you, for some strange reason. Also, you know, you can do a side hop off of, off of the tower, you know, in Kakariko, you know, as a child, and you can get one of the, heart pieces a little bit earlier than you're intended. And also, you know that one heart piece over the Dongo's Cavern? Yeah, you can get that as a child if you backflip off the edge where the bomb flower is. Have fun swapping to the iron boots constantly. Yeah, I don't really mind it too much. Yeah, I'm just gonna be ignoring that chest. I'm gonna be ignoring that chest, I don't need it. I'm gonna ignore the chest, I don't need it. I know where everything is in this dungeon. I know where all the important things are in this dungeon, so don't worry about it. Alright, now I might as well pick up more blue fire, since I do need some of it for the other room. Alright, now. Have fun swapping between the iron boots constantly. Yeah, I can understand that being a little annoying, since you kind of have to keep going back and forth through the menu, right? So I can understand that. I can understand why people would find that a little annoying. Alright, watch out for, you know, the ice fan blades. They are kind of apparently razor sharp. They're kind of a little bit razor sharp. I'm so full of rupees, yum. That's wonderful. Right now we have some ice keys. Alright now. Makes me wonder if the skull mask even works on these guys. Maybe it's one of those weird things where it's kind of coded in, but you know, it's never actually relevant in game. It wouldn't surprise me, given, you know, the Moblins kind of have something similar going on with some of their interactions with Child Link items, even though you're not supposed to actually have them when dealing with them, since they only show up in the forest meadow as an adult. I think that's because they were intended to be a little bit earlier in the game in you know, the beta. In fact, Beta Ocarina of Time is kind of wild. You know, with that one unicorn. Such as with that one unicorn fountain and, you know, everything else in it. Yeah, if that makes any sense. Alright, now, and let's get rid of this, Let's get rid of this red ice so we can get the silver rupee. Yeah, a lot of, quite a bit, whoops. Oh, that's weird. That's weird, I don't recall that doing it in the other versions of the game. That's a little strange, I don't really like that perspective. And it kind of, you know, is kind of miffing me a little bit. That's okay. Yeah, it kind of makes it a little hard to see where I'm going. Yeah, then again, it is an N64 game, yeah. Camera angles aren't exactly always the best in these types of games. Though Ocarina of Time does it pretty... Though Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask do it pretty well. For the most part. Whoops. I didn't quite climb on that. There we go. That opens that. Alright, can I get over here and grab a red... Better than Super Mario 64's. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, that definitely tracks. That 100% tracks. Trust me, that definitely, you know, 100% tracks. Right now, how I'm in... Let's see, I think I have to... I think I'm intended to do it like... Oh wait, that's not quite right, is it? Right now, just give me a moment. I'm trying to get this block lined up. I think I got it. Alright, there we go. Ice puzzle is my favorite. Yeah, at least the ice isn't super slippery like it is in some games. At least the ice puzzle isn't super slippery. Oh, whoops. Sorry about the icicle there. That's okay. Whoops. Almost forgot that freeze art was kind of around the corner. Yeah, I almost forgot that, you know, there was a freeze art around the corner. Right now, there we go. We built that, and now we just deal with this red ice barrier. And I have two other red ices to basically deal with the shop and also, you know, bring King Zora. I'll grab a heart right there since I know that was right there. And then all you have to do is, you know, deal with the White Wolfos. Right, the White Wolfos is actually very easy. I don't know why people say that, like, that Wolfoses are a frustrating enemy because of, you know, waiting. Yeah, they're actually very simple to deal with. You shouldn't have too much trouble dealing with them. Basically, you just want them to miss their claw attack, and, you know, and then when their back is turned, you just jump attack, and they pretty much go down in one hit. That's true of both, you know, the regular Wolfos and, you know, the White Wolfos, since they're both basically the same enemy. I wish that White Wolfos were much easier to deal with, you know, in Twilight Princess, basically, since they're kind of a little annoying in that game. But the exception is Zora's... one exception is Zora's are now sealed under a thick ice sheet. Yeah, I don't think the Zoras are technically alive anymore. They're kind of, you know, frozen. You know, them being fish and everything, they're a little bit, you know, they're a little frozen. And trust me, being frozen is very dangerous. You know, I should know because I dealt with a supervillain who, you know, has ice powers. Her name was the Snow Queen, yeah. She kind of had a connection to Bloody Mary. Yeah. It's kind of, yeah, the Snow Queen in lore is kind of a little loosely based on, you know, the Hans Christian Andersen story about, you know, the Snow Queen. Basically, she had basically in the lore, basically, you know, Bloody Mary kind of corrupted her and kind of was kind of using her to kind of amplify the power of, all the mirror shards that, were broken from her after, an imp that would become another villain, which was Prince Charming, would try to use them, or try to use the Bloody Mary's, mirror to kind of, troll people in heaven, after Bloody Mary, sometime after Bloody Mary got sealed away, because Bloody Mary used to be an evil queen that tried to, kill their own daughter, and was kind of a little like Elizabeth Bathory. Yeah. In fact, Bloody Mary is also connected to the Mirror Realm as well. Yeah, there is also a hero in the Mirror Realm as well. Her name is Mirror, yeah. Now, Mirror has the ability to basically do reverse imaging. Oh, Enderman's rating? Oh wait, Enderman's rating 14. Enderman, thank you. Thanks, Enderman, for the raid. Alright, now we got the Serenade of Water, so we're actually pretty good. Alright, now, let's get that eyeball frog. A wild bunny raid trolls here to the... No, I'm not cute. I'm not cute, that's false information. Don't believe the bunny propaganda. That's fake news. Fake news. That's 100% fake news. And of course we can't... And of course we don't have the Zora tunic, so we don't... Of course, we don't have the Zora tunic right now. Alright, what we have to do is dodge, falling icicles. Alright, not really worried. Alright, now, say I told you she would deny it. What, you actually told them that? Nah, I do not deny anything because there's nothing to deny. Yeah, because I am 100% not cute. I am 100% not cute. What you're basically seeing right now is an illusion, yes. Yes, I do use illusion magic to kind of hide my scars and, all the blemishes I got from, constantly fighting supervillains. No, not cute and not breedable. Whatever breedable means. Not cute, not breedable. No, that's fake news. Fake news! Fake news! Fake news! No, I'm not cute. Alright, thank you for the dice stretches and the wing stretches and also Doritos and Mountain Dew. I appreciate all the Doritos and Mountain Dew, yes. Oh, I've come back to life. Was it you who saved me? Don't be nervous. It looks like you have a hard time breathing. No, I am not soon. Not soon, and thank you for the headbands. Not soon. Next person has a tunic, you won't choke underwater. And we got the Zora tunic. I really like the color blue. Fully, no. Fully breedable. Look at our rabbit child. Now what? Annabelle, you still remember that? You still remember that? That was like a year or so ago, wasn't it? Oh, Annabelle. Thank you so much, Annabelle. Thank you. I still remember. Oh, thank you. It's nice to have people, it's nice to have such support. Get used to have this kind of support. I'm kind of not used to it, so thank you, all of you. I am not a deadbeat dad. I agree with you, yeah. Thanks, Annabelle, thanks, Annabelle. I'm glad we're still taking care of our child together. Which is a rabbit with bat wings. Alright, now I know where there's a heart piece. I'll need a Zora tunic. I'll need a Zora tunic so that Link, kind of doesn't have, trouble, breathing underwater. I pass. I'm an envy. For some reason, there's like right now. At the bottom of, Zora's fountain is, just a heart piece. Oh, cool. We collected like 3 pieces. Nice. Alright, and I believe we'll be able to get one more piece of, heart because we have like 50 Skulltulas. In fact, there's not really much reason to get any more Skulltulas, basically. I mean, what does getting more Skulltulas really do for us anyway? You kind of have to get all 100. It's basically the end of the game. You pretty much already have everything stocked up. And, the last ones are like in the Spirit Temple. They might, it might be a Ganon's tower if there's kind of one over there as well. If for some reason you want that. Alright, now it's time to, alright now. It's time to, finalize, our hunts for the Biggoron sword. My underwater is a black void. Wow. No, wow. I'm pretty sure that might be the bright. I'm pretty sure there kind of is a discrepancy between the brightness of the game on screen and also on my TV. As it seems. I apologize for that. Now. Now we got the eyeball frog, which is gonna spoil. Alright, this will take I will take a little bit of damage, but I think it'll be okay. Come on, Link, get up. Come on, Link, just shake it off. It's not like you broke your neck or anything, jumping off the ledge. I'm sure he'll be fine. I'm sure Link will be fine. I mean, what's up? Heroes get broken bones all the time. And in some cases, they almost die of iron poisoning because they have to fight an evil robot. That was basically made insane because of, they experienced the horrors of war. Because their country kind of lied to them about, it being all glorious and everything. And they really weren't that much better than the enemy, really. Which, is kind of related to the incident of the war, which, is kind of, what kind of resulted in, Link is superhuman, so he's fine. Yeah, he only took, like, 1 heart of damage. It's okay. It's okay, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Hey, Epona, please let me ride you. Now, we kind of have to hurry up. Now, let's hurry. Before, the eyeball frog, spoils. Alright, I have the eyeball frog in my inventory. Alright, I already went ahead and got the golden scale kind of, behind the scenes. I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm not gonna worry about getting hearts from, from the bushes. Because I need to focus. Yes, I need to have laser focus. I might be gamer-facing for a while. Though I tend to get like that when I'm, hooked in, intense combat, yeah. It kind of requires all my concentration. And I also, have concentration issues. I sometimes have concentration issues as well as memory issues as well. Uh-oh. Wow. Is it just me or do I seem like I have less time? Alright now. Oh wow. I haven't seen an eyeball frog like this since Swords Domain froze over. And their eyeballs are so delicious. Tonight I will cook fried eyeballs for the first time in a long time. Alright. Link is basically a low-level superhuman. These are for making Biggoron's eye drops that are, oh, how disappointing. You should have said so in the first place. Besides, here it is. This medicine doesn't have any preservatives in it, so it won't last long at this temperature. Run as fast as you can to Death Mountain. You are young, you can do it. Let's find us eye drops. Alright, we have like 4 minutes. Here's my horse. We need to kind of hurry. Alright, now we need to kind of hurry. I kind of felt like I had less time to do, the eyeball frog. Maybe in different versions of the game they kind of, extended it by a minute. It kind of felt like that anyway. maybe it's just me. I think maybe it's just me. So my favorite thing about Hyrule Field is, the fence isn't actually, where the road goes. The fence is kind of in the way of the road, so you kind of have to go off-road to get it. Or you're probably gonna get attacked by skeletons or, spooky ghosts. Oh wow, it's getting really dark. What's going on? Oh wow, it's getting really dark. What the heck is going on? Probably the influence of Ganon. I think the gloom might be affecting the sky, yeah. Or the malice or whatever. my favorite invention of, my favorite, new enemy, in Tears of the Kingdom is, the Gloom Hands. They're basically like if a Floor Master was, it's basically like if a Floor Master was given steroids. It also kind of reminded that, I kind of do want some of the older Zelda enemies, and, new kind of new games and, that kind of timeline, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, how cool it would be if there were Dark Nuts and, Iron Knuckles. And, maybe some of the older boss monsters, like, that one dragon with the unicorn horn. Whatever his name was. Maybe some of the classic enemies from, Zelda 1, or, some of them from, Link to the Past, maybe? That, haven't been used in a long time. Okay, just don't worry about the falling rocks, it's okay. If we get hit, we'll just power through them. It's okay. It's okay, we'll just power through them. It's okay, we'll just power through them. Besides, I have a great fairy. Besides, there's a great fairy fountain not too far, so I'm not worried about that. I can always go there to heal. Right, luckily. And now we dealt with the Sculptureless. Aquamarius? Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's a dragon's name, yeah. Yeah, they should bring him back, yeah. I mean, they did bring back Gleelock. I mean, Gleerock, or what? Yeah, Gleerock. Maybe they can also bring back, maybe they can also bring those giant moth enemies back. Yeah, what were those giant moth enemies called again? Maybe they can make them like a little bit like, the Breath of the Wild ones. Only, have them hit, kind of hard, yeah. This is so simulating, it works great. I can get back to my blade business. My work is not very consistent, so I'll give this to you so you won't forget. After a few days, please return. Wait, just wait patiently. Yeah, Mothula, yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't know the enemy's name off the top of my head, I'm sorry. I definitely remember it now. Maybe it can be like, maybe if they were like reintroduced, they would be like sort of like, they were in a field with other enemies and they're kind of dropping those things, those little eyeball things, that were in, the Wind Waker, and, they're kind of slowing you down while you're trying to deal with them and, deal with other enemies as well. And also, are there Sculptureless in, like, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Yeah, they need to bring those back too. Yeah. Could you imagine them? Or, they should put Gomas in it, yeah. Imagine Goma, but it's like, fighting against a Dark Souls boss. It's like fighting against a Dark Souls boss. In fact, new Zeldas are basically sort of like, Diet Dark Souls. It's not quite as hard as Dark Souls, but, it's kind of a little tougher than, games like this. Ocarina of Time not exactly being the most difficult Zelda game by any means. Correct, survive for the same purpose, reward of getting all this bean, though. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you do get a golden piece of food for doing all of it. Yeah, it does kind of remind me of, you know, when I used to watch American Dad, though. You know, given the golden piece of poo arc, that was going on quite a long time ago. I really don't know if they still do that, though. I haven't watched that show in forever. Anyway, South Park is way better anyway. Although I kind of do miss Chef. You know, the reason why South Park doesn't use Chef is because, you know, of Scientology? Yeah. Scientology is the religion of fudgebackers, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a plan by, you know, the crab people. By the way, praise Xenu. Since we're all going to hell anyway, we might as well, you know, praise Xenu. Not yet. What? I didn't pass enough time? Yeah, what do you mean? You know, the reward for, you know, getting all the core access, you know, some golden self-serve ice cream. You know, that's found on the toilet. Yeah, the golden piece of poo, you know, has skibbity riz. That sword is my finest work. Alright now. And we have the Biggoron sword, nice. It's made by a master smith and won't break. Alright, the reason it's essential for ISG is because when you pull it out, it doesn't swing. And you know, when you use the Master Sword, you pull out the Master Sword, it swings, but you know, whoops. No, I don't want to save the game. Please don't do that. There we go. So it's kind of essential to ISG. You know, it... Right, we have ISG on, you know, the Master Sword right now. And if we pull out the Biggoron sword, it has ISG. Nice. Murder Carp was imitating a Korak and Don't Starve. New to giving manure. He was giving manure to people. Oh man. I mean, that sounds pretty funny, not gonna lie. That sounds kind of funny, not gonna lie. Sounds like you guys have a good time. That's really fortunate. I like that. I like that. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta dodge falling volcanic rocks. Alright now. We can do something now that we have the, you know. Oh wait, we still have the claim check. Alright, there is a thing you can do with the claim check after, you know, you basically use it to get the Biggoron sword. Yeah, it's basically to use it for, you know, an extra bottle. That's kind of a well-known glitch in this game. Basically, if you're about to collect something with a bottle, you know, in mid-swing of the bottle, you can kind of switch to, you know, an item, and it will kind of replace it with, you know, a bottle. And the claim check is basically the best one to basically do it with, since after you get the Biggoron sword, it, you know, is kind of useless anyway. And it's useless anyway. After we get the Biggoron sword, it's kind of useless anyway, so... So it's basically the best item to sacrifice for it. However, you might not want to do it with basically any item because you will permanently lose it. Here's your reward for you. Now you get some palm shoes, which is pretty nice. Not gonna lie. Since, you know, there's kind of a little rare in this game and kind of expensive. And of course we got another heart piece, because I got 50. Alright, what's our social situation like? We got 55. We don't really need to collect anymore, really. I really don't think we need to collect anymore, really, but, you know, I might as well do it, because why not? Alright, alright. Alright, so I basically have 3 songs. Deflects. Yeah, deflects, I guess. You know, it's possible to actually get over 100 Sculptureless? Yeah, I will do... Alright, now. It is possible to get over 100 Sculptureless, and, you know... Basically, how you do that is, you'll need a Song of Storms, and you'll need to go... Twitch decided nope on me and didn't hear your response to Murder Carp. Now what? Twitch decided to go, nope. What happened? What happened? Did it decide to die? No, I hope not. Alright, now, what do you say I go to the Forest Temple? I basically cleared up all the things I want to do. Since, you know, the Biggoron sword was the big thing I wanted to do. Yep, it died, needed a reload. Oh, the stream itself didn't die, did it? Oh, no. Oh, well. Oh, no. That's not good. I hope that doesn't disrupt the stream. Alright, so basically... Oh, it was on my side. Oh, right, that's good. Alright, alright, now, I'm going to save... Alright, I'm going to save, and then, you know... I'm going to save, and then, you know, go look for somebody to raid. Alright, let's see. Ooh! Mackenzie's, you know... What's bad at video games doing? And, you know... Oh, we got a couple good options. Oh, I know. I know who we can raid. Let's go... Alright, now. Raid EM Face Palm. Let's go raid them real quick. Yeah, since they were kind enough to raid us before, and I might as well repay the favor. They're playing something that I don't really know what it is, so I thought I might check it out as well. Maybe it will be something I'm interested in. You know, last time I was there, they were playing, you know, a dog trolling game. Moonbats raid! I might as well end up with Dorito. See you later.